Hey YouTube. Well, hopefully this is a short video. Just a curious video for me, as something I've noticed a couple of times, and I don't know if it's happened to other people. I assume so, but it's genuinely hard to actually tell. Regardless, I'll tell you the story. So yesterday I went for my truck assessment to see if I'd passed my truck driving license for road ranger. I unfortunately didn't pass, but I wasn't necessarily expecting to. I hadn't been in the truck because it was Christmas holidays for, I don't know, like half a month or so. And I'd had not much of a warm up prior to the test. But I put to use everything I'd learned, and I tried my best, but I made some mistakes, as you do, and basically, rather than being discouraged by it, because you got to go into these things with an open mind, right? And especially when you're learning a new skill. So I'll use it as encouragement and a learning experience. I've got a truck driving lesson on Friday, so I can iron out those issues that I had, mostly coming down from nerves than anything. I find when I'm not nervous behind the wheel, I'm a much better driver, but obviously when you're under pressure and you're wanting to succeed, and somebody's testing your abilities, you tend to drop the ball a little bit from time to time. So that's, anyway, so that's basically the motivation for what goes on next. So my fiance slash wife, Rona, she said to me a while ago that a priest told her that if you pray at 3 o'clock in the morning, God is more likely to listen to you. I'm not really sure why that would be. I don't know why a specific time would even matter. It is what it is. And I thought, well, I'm a curious person, so I had tried it in the past. And in the past, the cat got very animated with my praying, almost glaring at me sometimes with how I was praying, like telling me off, like saying, you were not doing that right. Anyway, I woke up last night at 2:30, because I haven't been sleeping the best, because I've been getting off my medication that I'd been taking for years, simply because I'm using this opportunity at home and rest to basically get away from all of that. I'd prefer not to be on any medication at all. I don't like being on medication. So I'd stopped my antidepressant a while ago, and I felt okay from that. And it was only a low dose anyway, so it wasn't really having a huge effect. So there's that, and I feel fine. Like, I don't feel depressed by not having it. I'd stopped my medication that stopped me getting up and going to the toilet. So basically, before I had to fight for like 2 years with the doctors to try and get something to basically deal with an issue that I was having, which is, I'd try to rest in bed, and then 15 minutes later you'd have to get up and take a piss, and you're sitting there like, oh, why? This is really annoying. Like, I can't get proper sleep. I can't even get to sleep. I have to keep getting up and going to the toilet. Anyway, so, procedure later, everything, doctor figured out what was going on, and it was basically that the bladder muscles were too tight. So I guess it was a stress-related thing, and that was causing me to feel full every time I would relax. So that's why it kept happening. And I was on that medication for quite some time, and I was scared to go off it, because I honestly did not want to have to put up with that nonsense again, because it's very, very frustrating. sleep is important, like we sleep 1/3 of our life. So it's very important. It's part of living. And yeah, lastly, it was on the melatonin to help me sleep because I did the night shifts and I wanted to get off that. I'd gone from a really strong medication to help me sleep to melatonin. And after looking at the side effects of melatonin too, like I was like, oh my God, like I really don't want to be on this medication. Like this stuff has a long list of side effects and I'd prefer not to have to deal with that. Like I think naturally, if I can find a natural remedy, I think I was going to look at tea drinks or something like that, something that should help relax my muscles a little bit and my mind and let me sleep. As you could probably tell, like I'm an overthinker. There's no question about that. I will not deny that. Kind of thing. But anyway, so last night after I woke up, I decided I'm not going to go back to sleep straight away. Like I'll eat some food, go to the toilet, and then bugger eyes on my phone until it's 3 o'clock, and I'll try this thing out. Why not? So that's what I did. And at 3 o'clock, the cat was like sleeping at the end in her spot, the end of the bed. Like at night, she doesn't like sleeping on top of me. She likes sleeping next to me, at my feet, much. Dad would prefer to sleep near my head so I can pat her and cuddle her, but she doesn't like that. I think she gets hot or just irritated from me touching her, like patting her, and whatever. She doesn't like it, so that's what she does. Anyway, so I started praying at 3 o'clock, and the cat like was half asleep, knew I was awake, but didn't really care, and then immediately became very, very animated, like you'd just be like, huh? Like she just started like meow, 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 and then just comes like quickly running over to me, and then started, like nuzzling my hands as I was trying to pray, like just going to town on me, and then it's just kept meowing, and and then she sat on my chest, and like while I was praying, she was purring, and then when I stopped praying, so I was like praying to, for God to help give me like strength and courage to face this test, like knowledge, to use the knowledge I've learned, and to help keep me calm throughout the test, kind of thing, like just help me out, kind of thing, and just praying for like family stuff and that, and then 5 or 10 minutes later, she just went back to her spot and like nothing happened. So I'm wondering, like my thoughts are, and I spoke to my fiance about it, was perhaps the cat was praying herself. I don't know. Like maybe cats and animals do pray. Like maybe they do. Or maybe animals have a connection with God themselves. Like, do animals have a connection with God themselves? Like, if we prayed in front of an animal, let's say a monkey or like great ape or something, would they take an interest in what we're doing, other than curiosity? Like, would they understand what we were doing, and would they want to do the same? Like, do they have their own connection? I'm just curious because I don't know, and I spoke to my fiance about it, and she doesn't know either. And I'm asking you, internet, what can you tell me? What do you know? Is it possible that animals have an affiliation with God? I mean, they can't verbally say that to us. They can't sit down and tell us because they don't have the vocal cords to do that. Doesn't mean that an animal is dumb, and it doesn't mean that an animal... Like, usually you have to read their body language and what they're doing and what they're sort of indicating to sort of understand what they're trying to tell you, right? Like, that's how I understand to try and communicate with the animal. But it's hard because we think of ourselves as the only sentient beings that understand higher understanding and higher thought, but maybe that's not the case at all. So your thoughts, internet. Peace.